You're not tired because you're weak. You're tired because your life is wired like a slot machine, and your nervous system is paying the bill. Modern fatigue isn't just lack of sleep, it's the compound interest of microstress, notifications that yank your attention 200 times a day, boundaryless work that leaks into every room, constant comparison, turning your brain into a courtroom, caffeine spiking you into fake energy and dumping you into debt by evening, and revenge bedtime procrastination, where you borrow tomorrow's clarity to buy 40 minutes of fake freedom tonight. Epictetus would call this a control error, obsessing over what isn't yours, other people's urgency, algorithms, outcomes, while neglecting what is, inputs, attention, recovery. And Seneca already warned us, it is not that we have a short time, but that we waste much of it. Today, waste looks like fractured focus, which feels like fatigue. Think Black Mirror, Smithereens, attention as hostage situation. Think Wall-E, humans chauffeured by screens while their muscles and minds go soft. Think The Matrix, batteries in a system we didn't design. Your body isn't malfunctioning, it's protesting a schedule that treats you like a device, not a living thing. Nietzsche says, become who you are, and that requires energy, on demand, not on accident, which means you must stop treating rest as a reward and start treating it as infrastructure. Sleep at regular times. Your circadian clock hates improvisation. Light in your eyes early, and screens dim at night. Your brain reads light as orders. Food that stabilizes instead of sedates. Movement that oxygenates instead of obliterates. Marcus Aurelius gives a two-line operating system. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Add a third. If it does not renew me, I will not schedule it. Because the calendar is where your energy lives or dies. Anime already gave you the metaphor. In Neon Genesis Evangelion, the mech can keep stomping forward on autopilot while the pilot inside dissolves. That's you on busyness. Your fix starts with an energy ledger. List 3 daily leaks, doom scroll bursts, yeses you don't mean, late caffeine, and 3 daily charges. A 90-minute deep work with the phone in exile, 30 minutes of honest movement, and 10 minutes of quiet with no input. Then protect them like rent. Thoreau called it quiet desperation, now upgraded with vibrating pockets. So quarantine your mornings from the feed, batch the shallow, and create a to-don't list with the first 3 things that exhaust you for no return. This isn't motivational fluff, it's engineering. Reduce input volatility, tighten recovery windows, and measure energy by capacity to do the next right thing, not by how busy you look. Conclusion for part 1. You're not the problem, your inputs are. Fix the inputs, and the system stops stealing from you. Your mind stops impersonating a fire alarm, and your energy comes back not as hype, but as calm power you can count on. Part 2 starts where hype dies and engineering begins. If fatigue is a system problem, rebuild the system with 5 non-negotiables that calm your nerves and refill your battery. 1. Morning light, moving body, quiet mind. Within an hour of waking, step into real light for a few minutes. Move your body until your breathing deepens and guard 5 minutes of silent, input-free awareness. This trio tells your biology day has begun and swaps jittery energy for steady current. Epictetus would call it returning to what's within your control, inputs, not chasing what isn't, outcomes. 2. The energy floor. Promise yourself one deep 60 to 90 minute block where the phone lives in another room, plus 20 to 30 minutes of honest movement, plus a 10-minute wind down before bed. Hit the floor daily. Bonus reps only if life allows. Like Rocky, consistency beats intensity. 3. Caffeine with intention. Treat coffee like a tool, not a crutch. Delay the first cup a little after waking so you're not masking natural grogginess. And cut it when afternoon begins so you're not borrowing sleep from your future self. Seneca warned us we waste time. Caffeine misuse is time theft with interest. 4. The input diet. You're tired isn't just physical, it's cognitive. So install input diet. Mornings offline, notifications batched, news on a leash. Make your apps harder to open than your work is to start. Black Mirror showed attention as a kidnapper. Your protocol is the ransom note that says no. 5. The landing sequence. Nights don't fail because you lack discipline. They fail because you lack ritual. Pick a shutdown time. Dim the lights. Do a 2-line audit. What moved the needle? What am I subtracting tomorrow? Stack a low-stimulation activity. Stretch, shower, paper book, and forgive the day. What stands in the way becomes the way, Marcus Aurelius reminds. Treat rest not as dessert, but as scaffolding for tomorrow's courage. Objections? I don't have time. You don't have time because you're tired. Trade 20 minutes of doomscroll for 20 minutes of recovery and watch hours reappear. But everyone expects instant replies. Set a personal SLA. Honest responses within a set window. Speed is not care. I tried and failed. Good. Now make it smaller and repeat. Progress is the memory of kept promises. Pop culture keeps whispering the fix. In Neon Genesis Evangelion, the mech keeps moving while the pilot dissolves. Stop living as the mech. In the Queen's Gambit, Beth builds rituals so tight that energy bends toward her. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, Uncle Iroh's tea is philosophy. Pause, breathe, then act. Final cut. You're not broken. You're overloaded. Reduce input volatility, raise your energy floor, and land the day on purpose. Keep a receipts file where you log deep work sessions, walks, lights in the eyes mornings, and clean landings. Confidence is just evidence with a pulse. Do this for 14 days, and you won't feel amped. You'll feel available, calm, present, hard to knock over. And when fatigue returns because life will test you, you won't panic. You'll run the playbook, like Truman touching the painted sky, finding the door, and stepping into weather you can finally stand in. Steady, sovereign, and unmistakably alive. Here's your last checkpoint. You're not lazy, you're overloaded. So tonight, choose one leak to close and one charge to keep. Put the phone in exile for your last 10 minutes. Dim the lights. Breathe once like you mean it and ask, what moved the needle? What will I subtract tomorrow? Then sleep like someone who intends to show up. For the next 14 days, hit the energy floor. 90 minutes deep work, 30 minutes body, 10 minutes quiet, and log your receipts. Share this with the one friend who's always exhausted. Drop your start date in the comments and subscribe so we rebuild energy on purpose, not by accident. You don't need a new life. You need a cleaner signal. Start now.